Deputy Pittman, you were leaked a little bit of information yesterday by a media contact. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, I got a call about 3:15 telling me that the media were receiving the copies of the Wiltshire report, which obviously we've all been waiting for a very long time. And yet I knew nothing about that as a States member, which quite perplexed me, obviously. I just could not understand, if this was true, why the journalists would be given the document, and yet 53 States members, certainly going by my experience, were not being told anything at all.
Right, so you got this information from the what did you do with the information when you found out the document was going to the media? What did you do?
Well, as I say, I was quite stunned, to be quite honest, so I decided to make some inquiries, which I did initially through the Greffier's office. They couldn't tell me anything at first, but the Greffier did promise me that he would go and find out, which he did, and he called me back about 10 minutes later to tell me that 10 copies had been requested and were being delivered to the Chief Minister's Department.
10 copies of the Wiltshire police report were ordered by the Chief Minister's Department.
That's right. To be fair to the Greffier, he didn't know what was going to be done with those copies, and I fully understand that. I'm sure he didn't. But it did just raise the question to me, where are these copies going to if it's within the media, and why aren't we getting this as a States member?
Indeed. So you contacted, I take it you'd contacted the Chief Minister's Department?
I did. I found the Chief Minister's Department directly, and much to my surprise was initially told that nobody could confirm that the media were getting copies of these reports, which was very surprising. I pushed it because, as I said, I've got this from a direct source, a contact in the media, at which finally I was told that the man I'd have to speak to would be the Deputy Chief Executive Officer.
John Richardson?
Mr. Richardson.
Why Mr. Richardson? Why not Stephen Austin Wiltshire? This is a Home Affairs procedure, isn't it?
It is. It's Home Affairs who are controlling it. That's a question perhaps for next week. My issue was that, as I say, I was being kept in the dark. I was told Mr. Richardson was in a meeting, so I said fair enough, but can he call me back immediately he's out of that meeting, as I'd like some answers. He did, to be fair, and it was confirmed that the media had indeed got copies, which I think were issued sometime after 4 o'clock.
Naturally, you asked for a copy.
I did indeed. I said I just cannot understand these circumstances where many States members, and there's many diverse opinions on this affair, but there's a lot of people who've been asking questions. Why are we not going to get the document at the same time as the media? I was even more surprised to be told that we wouldn't get it until after the presentation next week, which in essence means that journalists would have a document of several hundred pages, I believe, more than 3 days before I would get to look at it as a States member, which seems completely and utterly bizarre.
Incredible. So just to get things straight here, in case people get confused, the media are allowed sight of this Wiltshire report, but States members are being refused a copy.
Well, yes, you might think refused is too strong a word, but I was so perplexed and a bit annoyed about it, and I said, look, I'll get in my car now, I'll come down and get one, because I was told the story that due to the rush on printing, with the business plan also being printed, they'd not managed to do all the copies for all the States members.
But they managed to do enough for the media, obviously.
Well, obviously. So I said, okay, not happy with that really, but I'm that interested, which I clearly am. I've asked a lot of questions. I'll get in my car, I'll come down and get one now. And I was told that that wasn't possible.
So I think it's fair to say you were refused a copy.
I was refused a copy, yeah.